Hello and welcome to Nerd on Nerd. I'm Jack Kempster.
And I'm Liam Underwood.
And this is our second episode.
Welcome back.
Are we talking? Is that to them?
I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
It felt like an appropriate thing to say.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Welcome back.
So, hang on, let me just get comfortable, because I noticed last week a lot of me fidgeting in my chair came across because my chair's quite creaky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't need to know that. How are you today?
I'm good, Liam. How are you?
Not too shabby, thank you. Shall we dive straight into our first segment and my personal favourite segment, Catching Up with Jack and Liam?
Yes.
Yes.
You asked that as a question, so I'm responding yes.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to dive into it.
Let's do it. So, what have you been up to this week, Jack?
I've not been up to much, to be honest. I've mainly been staying in, playing Fallout 4, watching Netflix.
Well, that's good. And I guess if you were lucky enough to catch us on our first ever blab, you might know a little bit of what we were up to, because we will be covering some of the same things, won't we?
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't get... I mean, on the blab, I maybe got a little bit too in-depth about some of those things.
Yeah, but I mean, that's okay, isn't it?
That's alright, that's what it's meant for.
That's fine. That's what blab's for. So if you do want to catch us live, and maybe even join in, you can... follow us on Blab to see. We'll schedule when we're going to go live next and give you guys plenty of notice. And for those that don't know, Blab is basically like a live video conference call.
Yeah.
But you guys can join in if we let you and ask us questions. So Fallout 4.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's really good.
Is it though?
Whoa. Do you not like it?
It's not that I don't like it. It's that I haven't yet been gripped by it, as in...
Really?
I played it for a few hours when I first got it.
Yeah.
And you've seen how far I've got. I haven't progressed since that point.
Really? Right, see, okay. So, all I'd say then is that you should... Right, because I know a lot of people are getting bogged down with doing the, like, building your own settlement and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
No, that's fine. That's good. What you need to do is do the main story a bit more. And just start getting to... Because once you're... Because that first... Like, I know it's not set up in areas in Fallout, but that first area, like, what I consider the starting stage, so that first town you're in,
yeah,
and then whatever it's called, the first city,
yeah,
that stuff's all very, like, startery, teaching you what Fallout 4 is going to be like. Once you get past that and you start moving on to Diamond City, that's when stuff gets really interesting.
Okay. That's the thing. I feel like I probably haven't experienced enough of the story yet to be gripped by it.
That's what hooked me in, was, like, some stuff happens, and my character's now, like, involved in 3 different storylines, and every single one I'm like, I really want to know where this is going.
To be honest, I haven't had a lot of time to do video games lately because of other things I've been doing, which we'll get there. We'll discuss that when it's my turn. Have you just been playing Fallout 4, or have you been watching anything this week?
Yeah, I've been watching 2 things on Netflix since the last time we recorded.
Okay, what are those 2 things?
The first one's Jessica Jones.
Yes, I think we've both seen all of that now.
Yep.
So, very quickly, and maybe, do we want to do spoilers?
Yeah, no, spoiler free.
Spoiler free?
Yep.
Okay.
I think people still haven't necessarily watched it.
That's fair. Your spoiler free thoughts on Jessica Jones?
It's really good.
Is it better than Daredevil?
No, Daredevil was better.
But I'd say, for me, only marginally better.
Yeah, I think some bits of Jessica Jones are better than Daredevil.
Okay. And
some bits of Daredevil are better than Jessica Jones. But overall, Daredevil was better.
For me, normally when it comes to superhero-y things, my enjoyment of them generally rides on how much I enjoy the villain.
Yeah.
So, which villain did you prefer? Jessica Jones with Killgrave or Daredevil with Fisk?
Yeah, see, I know your opinion on this, and mine is the opposite to yours. I prefer the Purple Man.
I get that. I mean, he's a great villain. I just preferred the amount of detail we got with Fisk. Like, we really dived into his character with Daredevil, and to the point where it was almost... There was definitely episodes where it was all about him.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, I don't think we necessarily got that with Jessica Jones. I don't think we got a Killgrave-centric episode. No,
we didn't necessarily. But, I don't know. I know he's not as sympathetic as Kingpin either. Like, with the Kingpin character, it's really easy to, like, understand where he's coming from. And in his own head, he's doing the right thing. He's, like, a good guy to himself.
Yeah, but I did feel sympathy for Killgrave.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. I did too.
Yeah.
I know that he's not as sympathetic, but there are bits where he is. You really are like, oh man, maybe he's just misunderstood. But then, to be fair, he then does do things where you're like, oh no, wait, he's a liar.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, as well, I love David Tennant, so
Yeah,
any time I see his little face on my screen, I couldn't help but smile. And there's certain things, maybe certain lines, or his superpower where basically he has the ultimate power of suggestion.
Yeah.
Where he can suggest something and you will just do it even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
One, that's a fantastic power.
Yeah.
And two, Tennant just has that charm.
He's really good. He's really good at switching, like, his emotion on the fly.
Yes.
Like, that's really noticeable in it. Like, there are bits where he's being really charming and witty, and then just snaps into, like, full-on anger.
He's just so naughty.
He's more than naughty, Liam. He's bad. He's evil.
He's a very naughty boy.
He is, but he's incredible. He is incredible. I really loved Killgrave.
See, there's something I want to talk about, but it's spoilers.
Don't say that, mate. Move on.
That's awkward.
Why is it awkward?
Just because I want to talk about it. So, hang on. Beep. And, this is just my editing.
You can't be doing that.
What?
That's going to throw me right off.
What, if I just beep?
Beep! That was the way you did it with no... You didn't warn me and go, oh, I'm just going to make a noise so I know where to edit. You just...
Yeah. I thought beep would be fine. Anyway, so that's looking at the villains. If we compare Jessica Jones to Daredevil, I much prefer Jessica Jones as a character.
What, to Daredevil?
Yes.
Whoa, really?
She's damaged in a way that Daredevil isn't. Like, Daredevil gets physically damaged a lot, but Jessica Jones is bordering on anti-hero.
Well, is she, I don't know if I'd... She's not, like, damaged down that route.
She has
She's
issues.
not an anti-hero, because an anti-hero is like... Isn't an anti-hero, like, super negative and, like, I'm only doing this because I have to, and that kind of stuff? Like, Jessica Jones wants to be a hero.
Does she, though?
Yes.
I don't necessarily think she does.
I think the whole point of it was that she wants to be a hero. Like, when she talked... Like, oh, God damn it, there's stuff I want to talk about, but it's spoilers.
Exactly.
You're right.
We can't do spoilers, but the impression I got, at least at the start of the show, is she wants to do good, but she's not very comfortable, let's say, with the label of hero.
Yeah, maybe.
So even though she has, like, heroic superpowers, I don't think she's necessarily accepting of that with herself, and there's a lot of defences that she's built up.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's what I mean. She's just, for me, a bit more layered than Matt Murdock / Daredevil.
Yeah, but see, that's not the only reason I like a character, though. I like Daredevil, the guy, and the costume. Not the costume. I mean that in, like... I didn't mean that as his actual costume he's wearing. I meant it as the superhero version of Matt Murdock. I like both of them.
Yeah, because I think the Daredevil costume is really good for most of the season.
I wasn't talking about the costume.
Yeah, but if we do quickly, for most of the season it's really good, and then when you actually get his proper costume at the end, it's a bit disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, like his, red costume he ends up with is nowhere near as good as his all black, sort of bandana over his eyes type costume.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Daredevil costume looked pretty cool.
So I think we both enjoyed both Daredevil and Jessica Jones, but for slightly different reasons.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, so what else were you watching?
It's a Netflix original series called From Dusk Till Dawn, which is based off of... I think it's either based off the movie, or if the movie's based on something, it's based off of that.
I think the movie was original. There was a trilogy, I believe, in the end, but
really?
The sequels, they're not good.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't seen the original movie, so I don't know how the show holds up to it.
Yeah, I've heard of the show, but I don't really know a lot about it, and I didn't like the movie enough to be excited to see the show.
Yeah, see, I just randomly started... So it's on Series 2 now on Netflix.
Okay.
So I just sort of randomly started watching Series 1 a while ago.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed it. It was really... I like what they do with vampires. It's different. And, so then I saw Series 2 was out, and I've been watching that now.
So what do they do with vampires that's different?
So they're... it's not a spoiler, because the first series has been out for ages, but they're... I don't know... See, I don't know the movie, so I don't know if this is just what they do in the movie anyway. But in the show, they are snake people as opposed to vampires.
I think that is referenced in the movie.
Okay.
But it's been a while since I saw it.
They're like an ancient... It's like a Mayan religion that worships snakes, and then they're also... All these people are actually, like... snake people.
You're not selling it to me.
Why? You asked what it was about.
Yeah, no, it just, to me, that doesn't sound good.
You don't like the fact they're snake people?
Just let vampires be vampires.
No, but see, I like the fact that it's a different... No, but they're not vampires. Like, that's it never explicitly goes, oh my god, there's vampires in this town. They're just like, sure, something's going on and a couple of people have had their blood drunk. And then it turns out, it's not vampires, it's snake people. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm pleased you're liking it, and that's really good for you. I'm probably not going to be watching it anytime soon.
That's fair enough.
Based on that.
Don't base it off me. So, Liam, what have you been up to this week?
This week, I went to the cinema.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? So would you like Liam's spoiler-free review of the film that he saw at the cinema?
Why aren't you saying the name of the film?
We'll get to it.
Okay, yes, I do. I would like the spoiler-free review of the film Liam saw at the cinema.
It was a Saturday morning, just to paint you a nice little picture.
Yeah, paint me a word picture.
The screening started at 10:10, I believe.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's really early to go to the cinema.
Yeah, it was a 2D IMAX showing.
Okay.
And it was for Spectre, the new James Bond movie.
Ah, right.
So, for those that don't know, if you don't follow me on Twitter, for example, the month of November, I've been watching all of the James Bond movies. Partly because Spectre was coming out, and I thought it might be nice to finally catch up. Luckily, it was still in cinema by the time I got to it. IMAX, very nice. There's about 5 other people in the screening.
Only 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was kind of good, to be honest, because I got to have popcorn for breakfast. I got to have a nice little ice blast drink. And I went by myself, which I think some people are a little bit funny about. Oh, going to cinema by yourself, weird. I love it.
Yeah, see, I've done it once, and it's enjoyable, but I also like coming out of the cinema at the end and talking with all my friends about what I thought.
So I went with my partner, Kat. She went off and did her shopping, so I didn't have to be dragged around all of her boring shops. And then I got to come out of the cinema and just talk at her about the movie, which was fine. I liked that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So my spoiler-free review of Spectre.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as Skyfall, but
I agree.
Still very, very good.
Yeah.
So that was catching up with Jack and Liam.